Who do we got coming?
Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker. He's the owner of Impact Social Media, Inc. CoreyPerlman.com, ImpactSocialMedia.com. We love when he comes on because Mary always asks him the best question.
Hey, Corey. So, Corey, we're a television show. Like, you turn on the cable, you find us on TV in the living room. But we're also now decided this year to go out on the interweb, as you may have heard it's called, because and this is a long time argument where just because you have a microphone doesn't make you a broadcaster. Just because you have a fast car doesn't make you a NASCAR racer.
Right.
However, there are some people that have broken through into the podcast space. And I will tell you, most of the podcasts you've never heard of are making a ton of money and they've got a ton of viewership. But still,
They have loyal viewers, which I think is a key, right?
But I mean, does it make sense for some of these new platforms coming out to maybe get terrestrial TV and radio involved? Because it's not going anywhere. I mean, we're still turning on radios when disaster happens. We're looking for where the earthquake, fire deal is, or tornado. You turn on AM radio to find out locally. You're not going online other than maybe the Weather Channel. So what's the answer?
Well, first of all, I think the glasses look great, by the way.
I've got my new Meta glasses. Let me tell you why. So I can type and talk at the same time, and you think I'm just listening to you. I'm actually
That's awesome. Well, you look good. Now, you bring up a good question about local news. We'll see how they figure that out. But a stat that might startle you guys is that YouTube is the most popular streaming site on our TV. So it's beating Netflix, all those things. So, people are still, to your points, watching people like Joe Rogan, things of that nature on that channel, which is just very interesting to me.
Yeah, Corey, you speak, one of my 2026 goals was to learn how to play cribbage. And I will go home at night.
Hi, I'm 900.
And I will,
years old.
sorry. And I will bring
cribbage.
up YouTube TV on my TV, and I will hit, hey idiot, this is how you play cribbage. So
See, I use YouTube to do that.
I thought you were joking about the cribbage thing. This is real?
Serious, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna learn how to make Afghans next year.
Macrame.
But look, I use YouTube like that too. If I want to see Celebrity Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live,
YouTube.
I go to YouTube.
Yeah.
If I want to watch Will Ferrell's acceptance of the Mark Twain Award,
YouTube.
Yeah. I don't use it for shows. I don't know if I would know how to use it for shows.
But it's on TV, which I think is interesting. I don't think anyone ever expected that the main channel that people would be watching their YouTube is on their TV as opposed to their phones or computers, which is just interesting to me.
Yep.
Hey, go ahead.
Go ahead, no.
Well, I have a couple questions. Now,
Of course
I
you do,
always have
Mary.
questions for Corey.
Yeah.
Well, the number one thing is I have been hearing more and more about Substack. And finally, because of changes in algorithms and whatnot, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to these people's Substack. And I'm getting way more content and in-depth things. Is this a platform we should be looking at?
Yeah, I think it is, Mary. You had brought it up to me a few weeks ago, and since you did, I have also heard its name probably 50 times in different conversations. So that makes me take notice. And the question I asked is why? And I think it's the same reason that you all have been saying to me over the last few months, which is I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of the algorithm. I'm getting tired of AI videos. And Substack is the opposite to that. And I would say the best way I can describe it is Instagram, TikTok, rented land. Substack is more of a newsletter platform. Think a little antiquated kind of back in the day, but it's an opportunity for us to take back the algorithm and create our own content that people can see.
Because if you and I start talking about, well, now we're going to see, I don't spend much time on social because I don't have time, but if I scroll through before I go to sleep or something, now I'm going to see cribbage. Of
course.
Yeah.
And Substack.
Big Brother heard and will deliver. Cribbage.
So what happened to us going on there as a social platform to see what your friends are doing? Or see what other, that no longer exists, right? First of all, I've lost interest in it altogether anyway, just because it's just, if I say the word Pyramids of Giza, now I'm going to just watch all day long, if I'm going to doom scroll, how Pyramids of Giza were made, what's going on, why they were actually aliens. I mean, it'll be hours of that content until I sing up something like ice cream sandwich. Then suddenly, here comes the ice cream sandwich factory out of New Zealand. It's amazing to me how they just it's not very democratic anymore. I mean,
no, that's another thing that is bubbling up to the surface right now. Sites like you've heard of Blue Sky. There's another site called Upscrolled and Skylight Social. These are all platforms that are trying to answer the I'm tired of the algorithm telling me what I want to see. And so these are unregulated platforms or deregulated or whatever the word you want to use so that you can start to see the stuff that you want to see as opposed to what the algorithm wants you to see.
Do you recall when we had Vine
Yes.
and we had MySpace back then,
Yep.
and we had
MySpace was way before Vine, I think.
I'm just saying though,
Oh,
but people were flocking to these.
Yeah,
As
yes.
if they were, I mean, it was so popular. The Vine was a 3-second video, right? I mean, that was insanely popular with my daughters. But guess what's still here? Facebook and Instagram. I didn't say Instacart. I said Instagram. but they're still here, and of course LinkedIn. Those have been around for. Are they ever going to? Are those the big three like in network TV? And
That's a great question, and I think the answer is yes. And that's why some of the new platforms like Threads is an example where I think I'm more bullish on, because it's owned by Meta. And what you've probably noticed, I know, Sully, you're not using social very much, but those of you who are using Instagram and Facebook and those platforms, they're pushing Threads every day. You see it in your scroll.
Yep.
So it's an easy way for them to create adoption that way.
Corey, with Ellison buying TikTok, what does that mean for the platform?
You know, it's the algorithm's changing. There are more concerns. I thought there'd be less concerns. It seems like there's more concerns now. So more opportunity for other platforms to bubble up. So the one I mentioned, Upscrolled, in particular, is gaining hot market share right now, specifically because of that move.
Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker. He is our go-to everything social media, owner of Impact Social Media Inc., 2 websites, Corey Perlman, Perlman.com and ImpactSocialMedia.com. Corey, always appreciate it, brother.